Good evening, everyone. My name is Amelita Calaro. I study BSBA major in Management Information System. This is my video presentation of the first part of my course project for Computer Programming 1. For this video, I have chosen to discuss the second group of the topics, which are through the loops, dimensions of data type, and the introduction to functions and procedures. Let's start with the first topic, through the loops. Looping is the repetition of statements based on the provided conditions. So one possible loop is the iteration, which allows to simplify our algorithm by stating that we will repeat certain steps until told otherwise. So looping will help us a lot to save time and effort when we do the codes, because instead of using multiple couts, we can use the loop statement. Okay. Now there are four phases of the looping statement. The first one is the initialization. Initialization is the phase in looping statements where a variable called counter sets as an initial value and it manages the flow of the loop. And then next we have the condition. Condition is the phase in looping statements where an expression is evaluated and dictates whether the loop should stop or continue. Then we have the third phase is the body. Body is the phase in looping statement where the statements inside the loops are executed. So there are simply the statements within the code block of the looping statement. And then we have the increment or decrement phase, where an increment variable is added by a certain constant, and decrement is the counterpart of increment, which the variable is being subtracted by a certain constant. In C++, we have three looping statements that we can use. First is the for loop, the second is the while loop, and the third is the do while loop. Let's discuss one by one. For loop. In the for loop, the initialization, condition, and increment decrement phases occur within the parentheses of the statement. It is range based and only the body is separated. While in the while loop, the condition is evaluated before the body is executed. The initialization phase does not occur within the looping statement or the parentheses of the statement, and the increment decrement happens at the end of the body. And the do while loop, the initialization takes place outside of the actual looping statement, and the statements within the body are executed first, and the condition is evaluated, checking whether to continue the loop or stop it altogether. In this topic, I will show you an example of a while loop program. So here we'll try to make a program where the output will print the "Have a nice day" sentence. So first we put an integer is equal is equal to 0, and then we do the while statement. While a is less than 4 or maybe 10 or 5, cout a plus 1. So it will print from number 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this one will be period, and then have a nice day. is equal to a plus 1. So this is an example of a while loop statement. As we have discussed, the initialization is before the body. The initialization occurs before acts outside the looping statement. So this in line 36 we have the initialization, and we have the while statement on line 38, and this one is the body. So let's try to run the program. That's it. So here we have 4 have a nice day. If we increase this to 10, then it will show an output of 10 have a nice day. So this is how we use the while statement. Now we will discuss the second topic. Sorry. This we have discussed already. This is the second topic, which is the dimensions of data types. We have studied in the previous lesson about the primitive data types, which are the integer, the short, long, whole float, double, and character. In this topic, I will be focusing on array only. So what is an array? Array is a variable that can contain more than one value of similar data types. So arrays are bound still by the data type they are declared. So for example, if we declare an array of characters, the values that it stores are all characters. And if we assign non-character value in the said array, it would result into exception or errors. So this is how the syntax on declaring array. So first, if we for 1D array, one data array, its data type, the variable name, and then this open and close parenthesis and the size. And if we declare 2D array, the data type, the variable name, and the two sizes. And this is the when we assign the value and for the reference count. In this topic, I will be using a form of array to form a triangle to show you how array is being used in a program. So here we are still in the array discussion. So I'll be using here an array character x equals this we have done it on one of the um, activities previously, but I just wanted to show you again, just for example of an array program, array statement, array variable e f g h I j. So we will be using this and an integer n. So as we have discussed, array is a variable that contains more than one value of similar data types. So here we have declared that character it has one value of similar data type. So these are characters. And then let's see out enter height maybe 1 to 10. And then the value of the integer n. Let's see out and 9. Now we'll do the body for I is equal to 0, I is less than So you see out R is equal to 0. T is less than multiplied by 2 plus 1. I'm just showing you a simple program so that it's also easier to understand. Okay, let's double check. Okay, this is sample program, so let's try to run. So let's enter a height of 8. So it will 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then let's try another height. Let's try 10. So the output will be like this. So now we'll discuss the third topic, which is the introduction to functions or procedures. Function is a separate code block which performs a specific task in which it can accept inputs from other code blocks. They can return back values which can be a result of the actions performed within the function. So this is composed of several components which are similar to different programming languages. Now we have the 4 components of the function, and these are the return type, the function name, parameter, and the body of the function. Let's discuss it one by one. The return type is a data type which the function shall return as its final execution. And then function name is the alias which we'll use to as a reference to the function. It is similar to variables, but the only difference is the presence of the parentheses after the function name. And then we have the parameter. This is the component of a function which enumerates the input values of the function. The parameter is placed inside the parentheses of the function right after the function name. And the syntax for the parameter is a data type variable name. And then we have the body of the function. It is the group of statements within the code block of the function. Irregardless of the design of the function, if the return type is not void, the last execution statement should be return value, return variable, name, or return expression. So in this topic, I will be using a void function because void function doesn't have to have the return type at the end of the function. So I'll be using the void function to show you some uh, sample of a program. So this is the sample program of a void function. So we do void. Um, let's try to multiply two integers, and the output will show you the product of the two integers. So multiply integer a and integer, let's use v. See out. The output will be the product of, let's call out integer a, see out, and let's call out value integer v is, oh sorry, multiply a and b, integer a and b, just put some period, and line. So this is the void statement. Now we go to after the name, declare integer n, value 2, size of the integer is 2, and do the looping for integer I is equal to 0, I is the 2, so I plus plus. And out, and ask to enter number. I plus 1. Okay, then this is the I. Okay, now we do the formula. Multiply n 0, so the output will show you, it will ask the user to enter one first number and the second number, then it will multiply, then the output will give you the product of two numbers. So let's try to run the program. Okay, let's enter number 1, let's say 5, and we enter 2. So it will show the product of 5 and 2 is 10. Let's try one more time. Let's do it double digits. Single digits. So product of 15 and 3 is 45. This is the sample of the void statement. So I just finished showing you an example of program for the void function. And that is for this video presentation. Thank you so much for watching. I will be adding the link of the second part of the course for the computer programming one here in this video as well. Thank you so much.